Hello, good day everyone. My name is Mylan May Bukhar and I am now discussing the life of Jean Piaget and Sigmund Freud. Now let's first tackle about Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget, also known as Jean William Fritz Piaget, born on August 1896 and he died on September 1980. He was a Swiss psychologist known for his work on child development. He was the director of International Bureau of Education, and he also declared that only education is capable of saving our societies from possible collapses, whether violent or gradually. He also created the International Center for Genetic Epistemology in Geneva. He has 4 developmental stages that are described in his theory. The first one, we have sensory motor stage. These stages from birth to age 2. The child experiences the world through movement and their senses. During this stage, children are extremely egocentric, meaning they cannot perceive the world from others' viewpoint. Now we have number 2, the pre-operational stage. This starts when the child begins to learn to speak at age 2 and lasts up until the age of 7. Children at this age, playing and pretending takes place in this stage. Thinking in this stage is still egocentric, meaning the child has difficulty seeing the viewpoint of the others. Now number 3, the concrete operational stage. This ages 7 to 11. Children can now converse and think logically. During this stage, children became more aware of logic and conservation. Now we have lastly the formal operational stage. This ages from 11 and onwards. Children are now able to think abstractly and use metacognition. Now what do you mean by metacognition? Metacognition is the thinking about one's own thinking process. One of Piaget's most famous studies focused purely on the discriminative abilities of children between the age of 2 and half a years old. Children uses schemas to understand the world. We have 2, assimilation and accommodation. We first go to assimilation. So assimilation is applying existing schemas to new experiences. And the accommodation is modifying existing schemas to fit new information. Piaget's famous theory named genetic epistemology, it explores how knowledge develops from infancy to adulthood. And now let's tackle about Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud, born on May 6, 1856 and died on September 23, 1939. He was an Austrian neurologist. He was also the founder of psychoanalysis, a clinical method of evaluating and treating pathologies seen as originating from conflicts in the psyche. Sigmund Freud also believed that the mind is responsible for both conscious and unconscious decisions that it makes on the basis of psychological drives. Sigmund Freud is also the founder of theories of personalities and method for psychotherapy. He has also several theories. First one, we have psychoanalysis. This theory of personality that posits that the mind is structured into the conscious, preconscious, and unconscious. Next up, we have tripartite personality. This divided the personality into the id, ego, and superego. Id is driven by primal instinct, while the ego deals with the reality, and superego represent internalized moral standards. He also has psychosexual development. This suggests that personality develops through a series of stages, each are with a different erogenous zone. And also, next up, he has also the defense mechanism theory. These are the unconscious strategies used to cope with anxiety, provoking thoughts, and feelings. Next up, the dream analysis theory. He saw that dreams as the window into the unconscious, believing that they contain hidden desires and symbolic meanings. So Freud's theory have been both highly influential and controversial up to these days. And now, let's compare the theories of Jean Piaget and Sigmund Freud. Now, Sigmund Freud focused on the psychosexual development of personality, emphasizing unconscious motivations on the impact of early childhood experiences, particularly those related to sexualities. While on the other hand, Piaget concentrated on cognitive development, outlining stages of intellectual growth as children adapt to and understand their world. That's all.